going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 10 of the Next Wave podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Blake Zanny Janney, joined by my buddy, Dak D. Woody Woodall. And today we're going to be covering some Call of Duty, some Halo, everything esports, a little bit about our lives and the overall market of esports right now. So stay tuned and let's get into episode 10. So again, welcome back to episode 10. As I said in the intro there, going to be talking mainly about the CDL weekend that just happened and looking ahead to Major 1, which is going to be in Boston, as well as some Halo roadmap for their competitive season, and then we'll end it with our pin segment, picking bands. But Dak, how are you doing today, man?
Good, man. Ranked is out, so just been grinding that a little bit, and, I'm trying to get back in the Rocket League grind of trying to hit Grand Champ, so I've been grinding both COD and Rocket League heavy. Not in twos. It's just, every season it seems harder because they reset everyone, and then you're stuck playing a bunch of Grand Champs and Champ 1 and Champ 2, and it's like you got to be better than Grand Champ to hit Grand Champ now. So,
Is there a reason you choose twos to do this in?
Yeah, that's just the game mode that everyone plays.
Really?
Yeah, that's the most typical of game modes to get.
Okay,
GC
that's why all
sure.
the pros make 2v2 videos and stuff.
Yeah, no, threes.
But why is pros 3?
I don't know. That's a good question, but I mean, threes at the highest level takes like the most teamwork and strategy and shit like that. But in ranked, like if you're just solo queuing, like people just play twos because it's like
interesting.
You don't need that much teamwork. Like you can just solo queue it, and like as long as your teammate knows how to play the game right, you guys can just telepathically communicate.
I feel like it makes sense too, because like in threes, at least I can say at the highest level, all three players are like in the same play for the most part. But like normal threes, like when I'm playing and like like if I see y'all play, like someone's out of the play at some point, right? They're like I'm third, just waiting. In twos, it's all four are in the play at all times.
Yeah, like you're constantly having to do stuff, and I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, twos is just kind of the most played game mode.
Okay, makes sense. But yeah, CDL, COD Ranked came out and having a lot of fun with that. They really need to put some kill cams in though, because I swear, 60% of my games I'm being walled.
Yeah.
Like, and I've proven it without kill cams like multiple times, which is crazy. So the people that I'm sus of, I'm just even more guaranteed. Yeah. Like we got actual hacked on like bad yesterday.
Really?
Me, I don't know if it was me, Spence, Rudd, and Ryan, or me, Ryan, Rudd, and someone else. But someone on the other team had their teammates go like 11 kills, 8 kills, 6 kills, and then they went 45 and 6 on terminal.
Hell, dude?
They were, and yeah, it was blatant. He was literally just headshot.
And you
headshot.
guys are good enough to like not let that happen.
No, oh no,
nobody's doing that.
Of course
to you.
not.
Yeah,
we still only lost by 40.
Yeah, bro,
we were
insane.
we were literally having to call out where he was at all times.
Dude.
And then we didn't even have to call out the other three. They couldn't shoot back. The other three couldn't shoot back. We were just farming them and looking for the cheater and trying to team shot the cheater. And it didn't work. But then we got walled on, absolutely obvious, the most obvious walls I've ever played against in my life, on an invasion control that we pushed to round 5 and almost won. Oh no, we did win. We did win.
Yeah.
Yeah, we beat a cheater yesterday and then played another cheater yesterday that was walling as well, and started laughing in game chat whenever we talk shit to him. But other than that, I've had a blast.
Yeah.
I'm in Diamond.
Okay.
Just gotten to Diamond. I think I'm close to Diamond 2 right now.
I was just watching Scump. I think he's around the same area.
Nice.
So
Maybe I'll queue against him later.
Find him. It's mind-blowing to me that there's still just so many people hacking. Like, even last week, they started tweeting all the things that Ricochet can do now, and like, I'm assuming Ricochet is for multiplayer too.
And most of it's applicable to Warzone though
Yeah, I
that
know.
they're doing. It's like making you die to fall damage or
Yeah.
not letting you pull your shoot. It's like, okay, but what about multiplayer? Can
Because
we get
are
some help
hackers still
here?
running rampant in Warzone? Do you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was a viral clip the other day of
Yeah.
Teep and Symphony getting spin botted.
Yeah, it just makes no sense. Like, what?
They don't care, bro.
But, like, do we just not have a good enough anti cheat? Are the
No,
hacking companies
it's
just
not
getting past it
kernel. It's
instantly?
not a
Like,
kernel cheat.
so, like, if they
So like a
even get a hint
kernel,
of
I
it?
think a kernel means that that it can like detect hardware
Okay.
or something like that. Like it can examine your hardware,
Right.
whereas the other cheats just look for an application running and have to
Yeah.
have it updated to detect these different
Right.
types of cheats that come out,
And then they
and
just
that's what they
update the
have.
cheats to get past
Yeah,
that, and then it's just a
right,
never-ending
exactly. So if there's
cycle.
no
Yeah.
kernel like Valorant, Fortnite,
Mm-hmm.
like their anti-cheats are really good.
Yeah.
Like Valorant is even better than Fortnite.
I don't
But
understand why COD can't just buy the same
they can.
software,
They
bro.
can.
Yeah.
And probably because of the engine. I remember Dr. Disrespect was saying something like this engine is like 25 years old that they're on, and it's just been layered on top of and layered on top of and updated
Yeah.
and updated that it's so much immense digging that would need to be done. But yeah, the only thing we have right now is spam reporting the fuck out of
Yeah.
someone, and even then, like yeah, that's great if it gets double checked by someone, on the back end, and they're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh yeah, this person's definitely cheating, versus like, oh, they got spam reported, they qualify as a shadow ban or whatever and get
Right.
banned, because that hurts people like content creators and other
Mm-hmm.
people that are good at the game who just get mass reported by shitters.
Yeah.
So they definitely, I mean, we need it really bad. I don't know what they're doing. I
Jeez.
don't think it's ever gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like,
no. I mean, if it
like
hasn't
people still
happened
buy
by
their game
now,
every year.
yeah, then it's not gonna
Yeah,
do anything.
nothing's gonna
Yeah.
happen. But yeah, ranked has been pretty fun. Gonna play it later today, for sure. Been thinking about just streaming it just cause.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. But to just kind of, we're gonna lightly cover the CDL matches this weekend. The first day was 9-0 map count. It was an absolute snooze
Uh,
fest.
I think it was 9-1. I think someone
No,
snapped my.
3-0, 3-0,
Oh, yeah, it
3-0
was.
across the board.
Dang, I was
9-0
looking at
map count.
Saturday.
Didn't expect it at all because the first match was Rocker versus Gorillas. Rocker come out off their hot win against the Carolina Ravens last week
Thank
after
fuck for
the
Ravens,
"thank fuck
dude.
for Ravens" tweet, and continued their dominance in 3-0 the Gorillas, who I'm pretty sure I said 3-0 or 3-1
Mm-hmm.
Gorillas. So definitely, but the unfortunate match of the day was the Optic Texas getting 3-0'd
Yeah, man.
by Miami here. Just an overall just teamwork diff in this match.
Yeah. And,
Fred had a pretty poor showing, but other than that, they just got shit on as a team.
yeah. And Vickle even said after their big break, they kind of came back and weren't playing together very well, which you could tell whenever they lost those matches last weekend. Like, they just
Yeah.
didn't really look like themselves, like, cohesion wise. And then this week, he said they just went straight back to the fundamentals, just, put everything back to basics. And, dude, they came out firing this weekend. Miami's right back to where we thought they were. They were playing together better than
5-2.
any other team besides FaZe. Like they were looking really good. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Hats off to them. And then last match of the Friday, 3-0 for Toronto Ultra, giving Subliners their first L of the season here. I mean, really, Scrap just went crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Scrap's a demon. Especially in control, bro, where he just knows where you're at all times. He's so good, bro.
Yeah, dude.
He just world stars people. But yeah, really quick and easy Friday. Nothing much to touch on there. Going into the Saturday, just to touch on a couple of these games, which were like, whoa. The Toronto Ultra 3 won the Vegas. Nothing crazy there. Vegas were able to steal a control, I believe. Yeah, they were able to steal a round 5 high-rise control. So nothing to see there. Miami 3-0 the Los Angeles Gorillas, which it's really unfortunate that they after all their matches this weekend they end up being 2-5 because they're definitely a lot better than that.
Mm-hmm. They are, but that was the
No
series.
ice.
That was the series where Fame went and called in his cruise missile.
Yeah, the map 2. Yeah, so if y'all didn't watch, map 2 went to round 11.
And it shouldn't
Fame,
have. Like, Miami was up 5-2, I think. Miami was up 5-2 at one point, like frying, and then they let him back in. I was shocked.
Yeah, and so map 2 round 11. Fame has a cruise missile. Bomb is planted with like 20 seconds left. He calls in a cruise missile, and Assault is
In
like
Narnia.
like a 7 to 10 second run sprint from where the bomb is planted. Bickle has a trophy on bomb. Here's it get called in. Immediately hops the bomb, and Assault stays in his spot for like 3 seconds. And then by the time he calls out Vickle's on bomb, could be defusing, he sprints up and Vickle gets it with 0.25 seconds
Yeah.
remaining. Gets the defuse off. What's crazy is Assault didn't even kill him.
I
The missile
know.
did.
I know.
The missile did like 0.2 seconds after he got the defuse off. So shout out to Vickle for
Wild
just a
ending.
big balls play
Yeah.
for the 3-0. This match was the most unexpected, I think, of the weekend. The Rocker 3-2ing the Seattle Surge. They're on a 3-win streak heading in 3-4 on the weekend, and what is that? I think they made winners bracket
Yeah.
off of that,
They
didn't they?
did.
Because there's 2-5 teams and two one
Yeah.
and six teams.
Yeah.
So they made winners bracket off of that. And one thing that I saw was who got red carded in this
Yeah.
series on
For
the Skid Row for
yeah.
snaking. And even on Sunday after the subliners played,
They were
Bibb
stair
said in his
glitching.
interview,
Yeah.
he said, yeah, the dirtiest team is definitely Surge.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
saw Kismet tweeted that something like "Stop stair glitching. I'm gonna remember this" or some shit. Like I don't even know, bro. He was.
I'm gonna remember this.
Yeah. Yeah. So he might have been tweeting at Boston though, because that's who they played. I
Yeah, he
forget.
was. The stair glitch was against Boston on
Yeah.
apparently Slasher was doing it.
That's
But
so funny.
but then they asked him who the dirtiest team in the league was, and at first he said low key FaZe, and then he was like, no, never mind, Surge by far.
Yeah.
But the last match on Saturday was FaZe versus Ravens. Surprisingly went to a game 5, but FaZe able to ice up and squeeze that out. Apparently Clayster had a crazy day. Let's see what he ended at with a 1.09
Yeah.
against FaZe. He was doing his thing.
Yeah, Clay
Um,
was looking good, dude. Now that they got Fellow in there, it seems like he's kind of
He's opened up.
Yeah,
He can
opened
focus
up.
on himself a little bit, a little bit more.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, even then they didn't win a match, so they
Yeah,
still
I feel
got
bad for
shit
him
to work
because
on.
they ended up being the first match on Sunday. And after map 1, they had a convincing map 1. Gwen dropped like a 2.0
Gwen
with
was
30
going
kills.
crazy that map.
And then they're about to start off map 2, and LA Thieves' power goes out and ends up delaying the game by like an hour, like maybe closer to an hour and a half. Honestly, I have no idea how long it was. And then they were able to keep themselves in the match, and then the Thieves ended up winning 3-2. So definitely feel for the Ravens. They could have easily been 2-5
Yeah.
heading into the major.
Yeah.
But 3-2 for the Thieves. Still, if I'm the Thieves though, I'm still not confident in your team going into the major
Yeah.
at all. Like, because
No.
they didn't look good. Cammy showed a little bit of life this back half of the series after the reset. Coincidence?
But
But still,
I mean, Cammy kind of does that though. Like he'll just randomly have a series that doesn't matter where he
yeah,
kind of
it's
pops
against
off.
the Ravens.
And then the minute they go to Major 1 or, have a match that matters, they're just going to shit the bed again. So,
Yeah, unless they become a totally different team on
Mhm.
land, which you have seen before from some online teams. Then yeah, I don't see them doing very well.
Yeah.
Starting in the losers bracket, especially. Next match of the day, we have a 3-2 grueler. This is probably one of the better matches of the weekend. I would say the Subliners versus the Breach.
yeah.
This could have been a crazy series if Capsule had that 1v4
Oh, dude.
on high rise.
That was almost
would've
the
been
best
insane.
clutch I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Yeah,
He
that
was
would've been gross.
cracked on that play. But
was frying him.
Hydra was in a good spot. There was no getting out of that.
Yeah, just an overall grinder series here. Sib with a 1.15 with almost 20k damage. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he almost
And
set a record.
Skies with a 1.12.
Yeah, this is another series where Boston shows up and you're like, dude, what do I even think about this team? Because some maps, they look really good. They're going toe-to-toe with New York, and then they'll go play the Ravens or someone and get beat, and you're just like, bro, like, what?
I mean, looking at like their numbers, bro, Priesta and Slasher were the only ones positive with their subs having like 40 more engagements than them and 0.86 and 0.92. I love to see that, honestly, because that means their pacing is pretty good. But at
Yeah.
the same time, with some of these maps where both of them might be running ARs, like that's not gonna, that's where the pacing
Mm-hmm.
gets rough. On those two subs, so like in Control or S&D, where they can always have two AR, two subs, they can make series close because that
Right.
pacing is a W in that scenario. Whereas when you have four ARs on the map and everyone's holding a head glitch and you have that same pacing, they're gonna get shredded and
Mm-hmm.
just so they got to figure out when to have that pacing and when not to. But 3-2 for the New York Subliners. They moved to 6-1 for the weekend. And then the last match of the day, Atlanta FaZe 3-0 Optic Texas. They end up going 4-3 the split,
Yeah.
and FaZe the first team to go undefeated with the new layout of 7 matches, 7-0.
Dang, man. Yeah, phases, they're looking good. They are just the most disciplined, iced team I've ever watched, dude. I mean, every single time they get in a situation where maybe they get broken and like spawns get a little staggered, they always just like wait a little bit, get together, group up, while other teams like Optic get a little frantic, and then that's when shit starts going south. So
Yeah,
they just
and
always
against
seem
a
to calm down and, do good in
yeah,
those
uh,
situations.
against a team like FaZe, especially in these respawn modes, if they make a mistake, they're not going to make it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Like first first thing off rip that they do is they win the offense on the control, and then they come out and let Optic actually win the offense and tie it up. And I was like, oh shit, like
Mm-hmm.
you don't see that too often. What do they come out and do? They win the offense again, and then make up for their mistake and win the
Yeah.
defense and win the game 3-1.
Yeah.
Like it's you just you can't you're not going to win two offenses
Mm-hmm.
against FaZe on that map, and they let you have one round, and then
Yeah.
they're like, all right, my fault, let's tee up, let's
Yep.
sit up straight, and just did that though. But
And same
that
with
was all the matches.
map one though. Like they were down, going into the last couple hills. Started getting time, and then it was like 200 to 200 at that point. And Optic
Yeah,
was like, oh shit, like they're holding this hill. There's a whole 50 seconds that they could get. Not thinking about Palace, the next hill to come up. So then they just focused that hill. FaZe said, fuck that hill. I'm just gonna wait in Palace, and then they full 60 the last, hill and get the win.
yeah. I
So
heard I meant to watch back the that hardpoint match on
hmm
Invasion because like people don't know what shots he was doing or whatever.
yeah,
But
I watched it back.
I don't know.
He almost made the greatest play of the year so far. I mean, he somehow gets into Palace, and had MC not seen him, had Celium not seen him run by, like he probably would have broke that hill, and it could have been a whole different game, whole different series. But
Yeah,
he tried to just sneak past him, and maybe he could have gotten away with just killing him, and it would have made a difference. But I don't know. He did what he thought was right. It was a good try. But
yeah. I'll have to watch it back because
yeah.
I want to be able to see exactly what happened. But to get quickly in here to the major one predictions, we have the bracket set up. Sorry for flashbanging anyone out there. I'm flashbanging myself
All right, real quick,
at the moment.
you wanna throw a little wager on this or something?
Who wins?
Yeah, who gets like most series right out of us, and
Like a
then
bracket
yeah,
percentage?
yeah, something like that, and then we
How do
can come
we
back next week and kind of.
First matchup is going to be Atlanta FaZe versus LAG.
FaZe LAG. I gotta
Yeah,
go FaZe 3-0. We're just starting off hot 3-0.
I think so as well. I
Mm-hmm.
think so as well. FaZe 3-0. Um, next up is Subliners Rocker.
Man, I think I'm gonna go Subliners 3-1 here, but
I agree.
there will be like a close map where maybe Rocker should have won.
I think Rocker take
I
the
think it'll
map
be a
one.
better series than 3-1 looks, but
I think
3-1.
Rocker take the map one. They're really good on map ones.
Yeah.
He's gonna come out firing against accuracy. He's gonna come out firing against his old teammate.
Okay.
Fuck you for leaving me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Next up is Toronto versus Surge. I think Toronto's just a
Okay.
hard counter for this Surge team, to be honest. I'm going to go 3-1 Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last match of the day.
Yeah, 3-1.
Miami Optic.
Ah, damn.
Fuck.
All right, it's gonna be 3-2 Optic. I'm being biased. This one I totally am
Yeah.
scared shitless for Optic here because Miami looked really good and we just got 3-0'd 2 times in a row on the final weekend.
3-2
So-
Optic, yeah. Because
I'm gonna lie and
Be
tell you
stupid.
3-2 Optic, but I'm scared.
yeah, I'm very scared.
Yeah.
I agree. So I mean that's all we can predict right now.
That's what.
That's all we can predict right
Yeah.
now because it doesn't tell us
Okay.
like the loser of this plays these people in the losers bracket. I don't know who plays who.
Is it corresponding with the roster though? So like if FaZe LAG drops down, then they play the top left in the losers.
Maybe we can act as if.
Okay, yeah, we'll act as if. Let's do
So
it.
LAG versus LAT.
The Battle of LA.
Yeah, Battle of LA
Ooh.
elimination round 1.
LAG 3-1.
I'm gonna say LAG 3-0.
Okay.
And then we have Miami versus Vegas. I'm gonna go
Vamos.
Miami 3-1.
How do you say broom in Spanish?
I don't know.
Because that
Off
hoe's
the
gonna be
top of my head.
sweeping. That hoe's gonna be
Yeah.
sweeping. 3-0.
3-0. Okay.
Vamos.
And then it would be Seattle versus Boston.
Ooh, I like that. I
That's a
like
good
that
matchup.
Oh,
I'm gonna go 3-2 Seattle. I mean Boston.
Oh,
Home crowd
man.
advantage.
Yeah, home crowd. Then I'll give it to Boston. Yeah, 3-2.
Because they're starting
A
in
banger.
losers.
Yeah.
So. And then last we have Minnesota versus Royal Ravens. Now I'm gonna go out here and say that Minnesota had an online hot spree.
Oh.
And the Royal Ravens are a land team.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say 3-2 Royal Ravens.
Okay. Okay, I like that, but I'm gonna stay with Minnesota. We're gonna go 3-1 Minnesota. 3-1.
Okay.
Clayster tears on Twitter after that one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Why can't I?
Yeah.
Why can't I view the full bracket?
I don't know, but next we would have FaZe versus Optic in winners.
God.
FaZe
FaZe.
Optic in winners. Round 2.
FaZe 3-1. Gotta be realistic here.
I'm gonna say. Yeah, FaZe 3-1. I was gonna get crazy, but I ain't gonna get crazy
Yeah,
yet.
you were gonna say
I ain't
Optic
gonna get
3-2,
crazy
weren't
yet.
you?
I ain't gonna get crazy yet.
Toronto, New York.
yeah.
It's really just the top 4
Yeah.
playing
and
in
I
the
think
semis.
Toronto does it again. We're gonna
Me too.
go.
I'm gonna go 3-1.
Yeah. 3-1. I think it'll be decisive.
And then we would have LAG versus Miami.
Man.
Yeah, LAG versus Miami. Wait, we have different predictions though, so one matchup for you is gonna be different
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. Okay, then let's just get through. Let's see, like, who do you think your last 2 and losers, last 2 and winners are gonna be like? Who's your top 4 looking like?
My top 4 is looking like the top 4, except instead of Optic, it's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be FaZe, Toronto, and New York,
Mm-hmm.
and then whoever the winner of the Miami versus Optic game is on day 1.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my top 4.
true.
That's my top 4.
Yeah,
If
because
Optic loses the first round, they're not going. They're bowing out top 6. Probably, like, just based off of their online play. But if they win that, that's big. Losing to them 3-0 and then beating them on LAN, you're hype. And then you're playing FaZe, you take that momentum, maybe do something crazy, like,
mm-hmm.
But if they lose that first round, I don't see them getting to the top 4. I would see Miami coming down a loser's bracket and eventually beating them again, or, like, some other team taking it. But that's my prediction there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. It's that series is gonna dictate the whole tournament, bro. That Optic Miami series.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be the series, especially for Optic. So
I agree.
it's going to be interesting. There, of course, will be shit that happens that just should not happen at all. We'll probably see Ravens go on a top 6 run or something with Fellow. Like, you just never
That'd
know.
be crazy.
Dude.
I would love to see that.
Yeah. So
But yeah.
I'm hoping one of these loser teams makes something happen and make it interesting. But
Yeah, maybe we see some Cinderella shit, but I think it's going to play out pretty standard other than that Miami Optic part of the bracket. So
yeah.
that's going to conclude it for COD and the CDL here. We got some news from the Halo esports scene, which we're big fans of. COD and Halo grew up in the esports scene together. Very similar games, crossover players from both communities. So big part of our upbringing as gamers. So we're always going to be fans of the Halo esports scene because we do dabble ourselves in a little bit of ranked. So they brought out the roadmap here. So they're going to divide it up, split 1 and split 2. Split 1 being the first half of the year up until the end of May, bringing us 2 majors. The first one's going to be here in Arlington, where I'm at, in the Dallas area, March 15th through 17th, with the qualifiers and the opens being most of February. And then secondly, we have the London Major in May, which is going to be sick to watch.
Yeah.
So need that UK crowd to show out.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking at the back half of it now, that's going to be through May, bringing us to the Atlanta, Georgia Major. So that's phase. Going to be in Atlanta the middle of July, probably. And then last major is going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah, brought on by Space Station. That is going to be in the beginning of September, with Worlds being in Seattle at the beginning of October. So
Heck
super
yeah.
pumped. Let me see what these prize pools are talking about.
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited for this. Every single one of these tournaments should be lit. The Optic Major will be lit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, their fans always show up, especially at Esports Stadium. London, if it's anything like the last London Call of Duty event, I can't wait,
Be
bro.
crazy.
Those crowds
Yeah.
had chants. They had all
Yeah.
kinds of shit, bro. They were so fun.
Especially if it's being is it Lando? Is it
Yeah,
Lando Norris that
Lando
owns Quadrant?
Norris. Yeah.
He better do some he better himself
Mhm.
on his personal accounts do some marketing for this,
Yeah.
because it could be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be sick if he
Um,
was there and like on stage and shit.
Yeah, and then in Atlanta, just get the Migos
Yeah,
to
dude,
pull up,
FaZe,
bro.
FaZe always has good majors. And the Salt Lake major last year, that was my favorite Halo major, bro. Their venue was sick. It's like
Really?
it's like a small concert venue. It gave me like garage band vibes. Like there's just like a little stage with like everyone just crammed into this mosh pit, and like that's what it felt like. It was like a little stage. It just felt like
Throwback.
more intimate. It was dope though.
So each major is $250,000,
Okay.
with Worlds being $1 million, and then a total of 66,000 for online stuff. I don't know if that's each online split or
They probably
what.
have that's just like across all the 5Ks and like random shit that they do. Cuz remember they had that online super and like all those random online tournaments throughout the year too.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
that's
And it
gotta be what
says
that is.
that's not all. Of course, each major will also feature a 5K free for all, as well as $5,000 in side events. And as usual, we will be hosting a Halo World Championship free for all finals with a prize pool of 25K once again.
Damn.
So that's sick. They're continuing like those old MLG traditions where on top of the 4v4 there were FFA
Okay.
events too.
Hell
Because
yeah.
like I know APG came up as a free for all kid.
Mhm.
Like, so they're still giving people that opportunity.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
dope.
dope.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to that. Do you want to
Yeah.
go to the major in March?
Yeah, I'm down.
Cuz I can get tikis.
Icky. All right, and to wrap up the show, doing our signature segment, Pick and Bans, where we review our past however long and reflect on our lives and see what we want to pick or, vote a yes to in our lives, and then ban what we want to throw some hate at. So first off, my pick is COD Randoms. So, as you're aware, randoms are the people you get as your teammates randomly, or just people that you don't know in the lobby. The past few CODs have been lacking the COD lobby game chat, environment. Ranked play definitely has been helping. This game in general has had a lot more game chat development, but in ranked play, it's always a fun time when teammates are going hard as hell and trying to win with you, and you want to hop on, get your mic out there too, and throw some call outs. The passion was flowing in some of these solo queues and duo queues that I've been in. So shout out to the COD randoms.
Dude, I was not sure where you were going to go with that, because I was like, dude, I've never met a random that I like, so I don't know why you're picking them. Nah, I gotta say, bro, this COD does kind of feel like the good old days. Like every lobby ends, people are just yelling back and forth. Man, you can say whatever you want.
It's awesome.
Oh man, yeah, that's a good one. For me, also on the topic of good gaming, I got some new PC parts. Yeah. So we are building a monster rig over here, and we're just gonna pump out beautiful content once these get installed.
Can't wait.
It's kind of a ban, but kind of a pick, because I'm excited, because I had an appointment Sunday to go get it built, but I still had to wait for a couple parts to come into Best Buy. So it's looking like Wednesday or Thursday this week. We're going to have new monster PC ready to go. We got the 6080 RXT whatever Radeon GPU.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ryzen
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
780 Ti. No, I don't know. I'm throwing shit out there now. I don't know.
The scene. You ever watch Good Burger?
No.
You never seen Good Burger?
I've seen like
That old
I know what you're
Nickelodeon
talking about. I know clips.
He's looking at the piece of paper and he's like, I know some of these words.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you just sounded like to me.
Yeah. That's what it feels like learning about PC parts.
But yeah, to continue for my ban, to continue my sorrow as a Cowboys fan, Jerry Jones, man, is my ban, because he decided, you know what, after what I just saw, you know what, McCarthy, come back for more. I want you back. Dude, it's just so mind-blowing that this whole fan base is telling him what to do, and he's like, no. No.
It's sad to watch, just from an outside perspective, because I can just tell that he's running the franchise into the ground. And maybe Jerry does want the best for you guys, but every year it seems like he doesn't, because he keeps Dak Prescott, and now he's keeping McCarthy, and they should have been gone,
Yeah, I
just
still
don't think they're ever going to get over the hump and win one.
I still think it takes Dak putting up a bad performance in another playoff game for me to say that he is the identifiable problem, and that he absolutely can't get it done.
He may be good, but do you really think he still has a chance?
Yeah, I do. He just turned 30.
Do y'all need to give this dude a try, bro?
I mean, we already signed him.
This is going to be the same shit every time, bro. Y'all could add whoever.
But the quarterback, the level of quarterback play in the NFL, we've seen so many quarterbacks come and go. It's so rare to have one that you can somewhat rely on to get you to the playoffs each year. So we have a guy that can get us to the playoffs each year. It's just a question of icing up.
Yeah.
And I give him one more, he has to show me one more time that he has no ice for me to be like, okay, we got to get rid of you. I'm giving him one more shot at the playoffs. Where on the other hand, Mike McCarthy had all the talent in the world and went 12-5 3 straight seasons and didn't get it done. At the end of the day, it's your boss, right? It's all gonna fall to that person. So that's why everyone's blaming Jerry for hiring McCarthy, because at the end of the day, McCarthy's just doing making life choices, right? He's just trying to provide for his family and continue a career, right? At the end of the day, versus Jerry is just wanting to have the highest earning, the highest evaluated sports team.
I don't know what Jerry's thinking. I mean,
I don't know.
If he is truly in his mind thinking I want to do what's right to get us a Super Bowl, I think he's just delusional, bro. I think he's delusional. If that's his way of thinking.
His thought process.
Yeah.
No.
No, it doesn't seem like it is.
It is what is going to keep people talking about us and
Yep.
what is going to bring us the most eyes and the most money. That is his thought process. In the past, whenever this was still a flourishing game and the talent wasn't as expansive and crazy, yes, they those things coexisted as one.
Yeah.
Success and
Mm,
popularity were the
yeah.
same, like back in the 90s and early, and like so with the current state of the NFL, so much talent and so much team, like every piece counts. Not gonna work. But
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
what's your band? Jesus Christ, what's your band?
My band is something a little bit less large scale, but I'm just sick of the ice, bro. I'm sick of the
Yeah,
freaking ice. Like, if it's
yeah,
gonna snow, snow. But it rained all day yesterday, and now it's just frozen ice on the ground. I can't even leave. So I'm just
yeah.
chilling.
Luckily, our snow and like sleet overnight last night didn't stick at all. So it's just wet out
Yeah.
there for
Yeah.
us. But so it looks like our bands were very similar. You're complaining about ice, and I'm complaining about no ice.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love for you to share some of that ice with the Dallas Cowboys. That'd be great.
Yeah, they could use it.
Yeah. But well, yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for our first double digit episode. Thank you guys for sticking with us
Hooray!
to the double digits. We'll be back next week, hopefully, with episode 11 to continue our weekly upload schedule for 2024. So thank you guys for tuning in, for watching. Going to be back next week with some more esports and overall news for you guys. But that'll do it for episode 10. We'll see you next time. Deuce.